all the disrespect before you play back. Button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to 2026 Button Check. We got a lot going on, man. Check it out. First of all, I hope you guys had an amazing 2026 New Year's. I hope you guys had a beautiful celebration. Check it out. Chapters down below, sub button right there. You already know how it works. But for now, we actually have the economy of hating LowTierGod. This one caught me by surprise. It's on a channel that just started. He barely has subscribers, it barely had views, but when I saw this video post 2 days ago, it randomly posted on my feed. I was like, this is about to do numbers. Sure enough, it's starting to catch a lot of heat, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I agree with a lot of what he's saying and also my personal experiences with LTG. So anyway, we'll break that down. Chapters down below. Thank you guys for the amazing love. It's 2026. Let's go.
Last week, one YouTube channel alone uploaded 19 videos about one man. Over 100,000 views in 7 days, ad revenue, memberships, donations, and that's just one of his enemies. He doesn't work for them. He doesn't approve the uploads. Half of the time he's trying to get them banned. But every time he goes live, a whole microeconomy spins up around him. Clip channels, commentary channels, stream snipers turning one rank session into a full video, a subreddit that tracks his every move.
Damn.
All built on LowTierGod.
Let's stop right there. I don't think we have ever seen anything, whether it's you want to say an economy built around hating, bullying, harassing, however you want to feel. Some people might say karma, you know what I'm saying? Some people might say, no, we just call it karma, but however you want to refer to it, I don't think we've ever seen anything when it comes to LowTierGod as far as like the reaction and the responses that he gets to this day. I'm not talking about like the height of his popularity when he was full-blown FGC. I'm talking about to this day, just like they're referring. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this.
One of the most polarizing and controversial creators to ever come out of the FGC, and now probably beyond it. Part fighting game streamer, part rant content, full-time lightning rod. And then there's Optics. Now, if LTG is the main character, Optics is basically Omar from The Wire. He shows up in a ranked session like he's walking into a Baltimore stash house with a shotgun, blows up the stream, and walks away with a new upload and another spike of views.
She was 17 down.
Oh my god, here we go.
17 down.
Shut your
You
fucking
groomed that
punk
bitch.
ass up, you stupid bitch. Oh, I'm done with the game.
Yo, whoever did that shit, if you're in my chat, big ups to you, bro. Was it Optics? Are you serious?
They are all feeding off each other. It's about the LowTierGod economy, how one creator accidentally became a full-time job generator for people who just can't stop watching him. And what exactly does that say about the platforms that let it happen? Here on Shocking Cost TV, we don't pick sides. We follow the money, map the ecosystem, and see who exactly is really getting paid.
Okay. You know, LowTierGod, he talks about this all the time about people making money off of his likeness. Matter of fact, let me stop right here. My back-to-back controversy, if you call it, that I had with LTG when Button Check first started, he didn't like it. And then I can't remember exactly how it started, but we literally at one point would take turns making videos about each other, clowning on each other. I would respond to him, he would respond to me, and vice versa. And it was this whole thing. And honest to God, I did notice anytime there was an LTG story or I made a video about him, the numbers would go up. Then he referenced it, you know, just like they're talking about in this video. He was like, you're making money off my likeness. Without my likeness, you ain't shit. Well, it eventually got to the point, and I'll maybe talk about this later, when all that was squashed, which was in the same year, I made a promise to myself. I was like, you know what? Let's be real. He's right. He's fucking right. Like anytime somebody makes a video about LTG, the numbers go up. And at the time, I could not stand this fucking dude at all. So I said, you know what? No more. No more fucking him in the thumbnail. No more him in my hashtags. Nothing. I want to prove to myself that I can make Button Check grow without him. So that's what I did. Now, in the future, like anytime he was like, you know, like if it was a big story, I would cover it. But only that case. Besides then, I was like, I'm no longer using the likeness or the name to make the channel grow. So low key, I can see why people are doing this because somehow it still works.
But from an economic point of view, his stream is raw material, and around him you've got different roles. First up, the clippers. Now, these are the people who sit through.
I was literally about to say like DSP. Because DSP was just talking about that. So DSP was just saying like, I get a certain amount of views, but then there's a whole bunch of people that will actually get more than I do myself. Anyway, continue.
Long streams on carve-out highlight reels. The meltdowns, the contradictions, the story time, the rare humilities, the rare W's. Now, 10 to 30 minute uploads titles turn into maximum damage. Their job is to turn a 3-hour VOD into something that people will actually click and watch. Second, you have the archivists. They are building cold storage. We're talking old Twitch VODs, deleted YouTube streams. Odds are that one of the archivists has a copy of it before it disappears. When the heavy hitting clipper channels get taken down, this is where the archivists step in, and usually they're the ones who keep all of the lost footage alive on backup platforms. Then you have the restreamers and commentators. They are the talk show hosts. They run his stream in a window, pause, break it down, answer in the chat, then they drag in guests. Sometimes it's kind of like framing as exposing, but sometimes it's also just clowning, and other times it's just weird analysis that happens. Either way, they're adding live value on top of his content, and they're also taking their own donations and memberships while doing it.
Solid, big ups, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Lambo Solid donated.
I was wondering what the hell this was, because I honestly thought this was his stream, but I was like, well, if it was his stream, why would he make fun of himself in the stream? So it's literally somebody just taking his fucking stream and then re-streaming it and taking donations and shit at the same time, making fun of him. This shit is deep, man.
TikToks, AI edits, soundboard clips. They take a video of LTG and make him look like a pirate. You'll see 30 to 60 second edits of his rants just hitting hundreds of thousands of views on channels that don't even cover him regularly. He's just become the face and a voice in a wider meme economy. And what does all of this actually add up to? Putting on our economist hat for a second, during my investigation I found dozens of channels with LTG centric branding. We're talking Rog this, Deadbeat that, full of restreams, compilations and commentary. These channels had sub counts ranging from under 1k to well over 20k. Now, while not being concrete, vidIQ estimated that some of these channels were within the range of 50 to 300 per month, and that's just from ads alone, and there were some that were moving much higher.
Did everybody ever think, or was it just me? Anybody ever have the thought like, what if low key some of these accounts are LTG? You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that a couple of times. What if low key some of these thoughts, like he figured it out a long time ago, like these dudes make money, they get views. So what if he was like, fuck it, I'll create my stuff, and then on the side, I'll create like incognito stuff, kind of clowning on myself or whatever. I'm making more money, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, it would kind of be genius in a way, right? I don't know if he would even go that route, or if it just completely sickens him to his stomach where he's like, nah, fuck that.
One word, Schadenfreude. It's a German term that means taking pleasure in someone else's misfortune. Now, when you scroll through the comments around this ecosystem, you can see it everywhere. People laughing at losing streaks and rage quits, people treating every meltdown as if it's a new episode in an ongoing comedy, people who feel morally superior lecturing him in the comments as if they were the judge and jury of the internet. There's also the lol-cow mentality, the idea that somebody exists only purely to be farmed for entertainment. To them, it's just new LTG clip drops, so let me see how he crashed out this time. Now, from the outside, it's entertainment. From the inside, it's constant demand. Every click, every share, every quote tweet is a tiny economic vote. Yes, more of this. Yes, this is worth someone's time to clip and upload. Yes, advertisers can pay to sit next to this meltdown. Multiply that across thousands of people across years and you get a self-reinforcing loop.
I'm gonna get this channel taken down. That's my goal this year, is to kill every last channel that gets dormant numbers on my shit. Just crazy amounts of views off my shit.
Now, we've seen waves of copyright strikes, we've seen channels go into lockdown, we've seen him talk openly about mass reporting, celebrating when a major archive channel with less than thousands of subs disappears. But on the other side, you've got the big detractor channels showing screenshots of successful appeals, claiming that many of the strikes get overturned, rallying the people to report him for abusing the system. It's a full legal and platform Cold War. Both sides have now admitted that there is real value here, and there is enough value to go to war over. So we set up the core question. In this microeconomy, who actually needs who more? If LTG vanished tomorrow, no more streams, no VODs, no social media, just a huge chunk of his ecosystem would most probably collapse.
And you can tell, like, man, there's been a shift in the whole LTG legacy thing. Like, when I first got on, I'm going to say, like, 2017 with Button Check, right? He was on the way up. He was in a lot of stuff. Hell, he was in the reality show on TBS for Street Fighter. Ultra David was trying to do a protest. Hey, let's not let him represent us. People were actually mad at Ultra David, saying, "Hey, it's freedom of speech, baby. This is America. Yeah, you may not like LTG, but it's gonna make for some good TV." LTG clapped back at Ultra David as well. LTG is on the damn reality show. People wanted, like, even if you didn't like him, you wanted to see what the hell he was gonna say. And his numbers kept going up and up. Like I said, by the time he got, like, his channel banned on YouTube, he had over 100,000 subscribers. And he was one of the few ones in the FGC that people that weren't FGC actually knew about. His channel gets deleted. He kind of says he's done with the FGC. I don't know if Capcom, because at one point, remember, Evo actually banned him and said, "You're not allowed here." I don't know if they ever overturned that, because I remember he kept asking, like, "How long you gonna ban me? This is kind of bullshit," from, you know, his perspective. Anyway, that all happened to him. His channel gets terminated. Then he says he's gone to focus on his acting career. He's like, "I don't really want to mess with this anymore." I think, though, he came back at some point just to dibble dabble a little bit with his live streams or even on reactions on YouTube, but it's not anything like how it used to be. So to go from that to, like, not as prominent, not as dominant, not consistent like it used to be, because this, at least it felt like this was his main thing, you know, content creation. But then when all of that happened, it's almost like he was split. He was like, "I'm gonna focus on my acting," and then shortly after, he's still doing that, but also now it's almost like he kind of touches content creation every now and then. So I'm very curious to know, like, where his head is at as far as, like, if he's gonna come back full time to content creation or if he's just gonna continue with the acting.
He showed us how Schadenfreude can power a six-figure economy, how the parasite and host can end up more dependent on each other than either side actually wants to admit.
When I first saw it, I was like, this is gonna blow up. From one day, it went from 700 views to 7,000 views. As I'm recording this, it's still at 7,000 views. So I was like, this is such an interesting take, because it's not just him like, "Hey, let me make fun of LTG myself." Nah, let me kind of break down just exactly what the hell is happening from all these dozens and possibly hundreds of channels that are constantly doing this to him. Then fast forward to, like, I think his channel got terminated, and shortly after, he actually reached out to me. I don't know who he talked to or what happened, but I guess he was under the impression that I wanted to fight him. Like, you know, content creators were starting the boxing matches. That became popular. I was like, "Bro, what the fuck? Who are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Who's trying to box? You know what I'm saying?" Like, I literally never said that. So at that point, I said, "Look, bro, here's how I view you." And I broke it down. He actually responded back like cool. It wasn't like, "You know what? Fuck you, motherfucker." No, he responded cool. And we were able to squash it. He basically said, "I'm not FGC no more." This is how he ended it. "I'm not FGC no more, and I'm gonna go work on my acting career. Basically, wish you the best. You would actually probably do better in a different genre besides video games." He was telling me that. And then I said the same thing. I said, "Hey, squash it. I wish you the best in your acting career as well." And it was something like that. Like, it was literally cordial. I never thought that we would get to that point where we would just talk cordial or, like, cool to each other. I always said, like, for years that I would interview this guy. I never, like, flat out asked him like that, but I would to this day. Like, I was always just open to, hearing from people that had a voice. Even if I disagree with you, if I feel like it's interesting for the community, I'm down. So either way, that happened, and that was a few years ago. And then since then, I think he came back and did the Streamer Awards. What was it, last year or something? A lot of people were talking about him once again in the community. And then he went back, I guess, to do his acting thing. And now we see stuff like this. A lot of times when you see LTG's face or his name, it's in a video or a content creator that is not him. And now you got the economy of hating, LowTierGod. How y'all feeling? There you have it one more time, Butt Check fam. 2026, we are here in the damn future. I want to appreciate all your mad love. Over the last couple of days, we got more support, more Patreons, more super thanks. I'm going to give you guys all shout outs within the next couple of videos. We got special things coming. I promise you, this is the year communication and the videos for Button Check Everything expand. So once again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I believe like this year, we're going on the 8th year, something like that, of checking these buttons, and it's all because of y'all, man. The sponsors, the Patreons, you guys literally keep this running. So much more, and that's why I said 2026 will officially be the biggest year for the Button Check fam ever. So I'll catch y'all soon. Matter of fact, I'll catch you tomorrow. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know somehow, some way, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
You know, but I did think about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man at the end of the day. I thought, what if I did fight LTG? Like, what if I accepted the challenge and we did a boxing match, like at CEO or Evo or something? That would be godlike. I stepped in the ring. It was like a Rocky versus Drago type of thing. That would be amazing. Cause your boy, I've had some training. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not extensively, but I've done, Taibo, and I've watched Training Day a few times. Karate Kid, Commando, Last Dragon. So I've been trained. You know what I'm saying? Like internet fictionally trained. So all I'm trying to say is, I die.